Hey, morning, and welcome to the pre-haircut edition of Seven Figure Business Secrets. Yeah, so it's one of these things you have to do every few weeks. It's the old hair, as you can see, it's getting a little bit long. So on my way to the barber now to go and get it trimmed. Sort of I've got loads here. It's got to go, and the top, as you can see, is it just starts. I don't know about you guys, but my hair seems to just, once it starts getting long, it just goes. And if I leave it for another week, it'll just be sticking all over the place, and it's impossible in the morning. And so enough about my hair worries, my first world problems, eh? So what I wanted to talk to you this morning about was just a conversation or an email exchange that I've been having for the past few days with the person over in the US, and basically his issue is basically he's got quite a bit of debt, and he hasn't got a job at the moment, and he's trying to figure out, well, where should he actually put his effort? How can he sort of quickly replace that income and start repaying down his debts and get back to a good place in the world again? And so I was helping him just sort of figure stuff out, and different ideas and things. But what I want to do is just chat to you quickly about preparing in advance. Ideally, where he is where you don't want to be, which is all of a sudden having thrust upon you the need to go and find money quickly and find a revenue stream quickly. And what I want to do is just get your head started on how do you never be in that position? How do you make sure that you always have lots of opportunities and lots of different ways of earning an income? So you're not weighted. You don't have to phone me in a year's time and go, oh, Keith, what do I do? Because you already have loads of stuff you can do. And basically, how do you make that happen? Well, really, it's about playing a little game with yourself. I've been playing this game for probably 15, maybe even 20 years, and I call it like the problem game. And it's dead simple, and it's a lot of fun. Maybe it's just me being a dork, but I find it brilliant. And it's all around thinking through problems that you see every single day. And the way I play it is, I always think of, well, I'm a dad, right? Yeah. So I think about a person that I am that a lot of other people are. So there's lots of other dads. Like there's must be about 2 billion of us around. Yeah. And if I say I'm a parent, there's probably about 4 billion. Hey. But as a dad, what type of issues would I have as a parent? What type of issues and problems do I see? As a scout leader, what type of problems? And I suppose to give you an example, as a man, right? As a man, boo for men at the moment. But as a man, one of the problems that us 3 billion men face the whole time is man flu. So how would I go about trying to solve that problem? And I do this all the time. So when I see something, it's, well, what type of group am I a participant in that has that problem? And then I start working through, well, could I actually solve that problem? Man flu, I'm afraid that's something I haven't got the medical experience on. It's a terrible condition that afflicts men all over the world, I know, and I suffer from myself, and women just don't seem to understand it. I wish I could come up with a solution that actually, to be honest, if I could just help women understand just how desperate man flu is, I'd be doing a huge problem solving. But I'm not sure would many people pay me for that solution. So maybe it's not the ideal problem to try and focus and then build a business on. But you get the idea. As a scout leader, there's scout packs all over the world. So there's probably 1 million scout leaders around the world, probably more than that even. So if you are a scout leader, top marks. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of effort as well. But it is brilliant. But again, what are the problems that scout leaders face? Well, last night we had a scout pack together, and of course, what do we do? So how do you arrange a scout meeting? How do you pull it together so that kids are enjoying themselves, and how do you do it in such a way that you get more volunteers, and as a scout leader, how do you raise funds for the scout pack so you can actually sort of do more things and hire buses and get ourselves hiking all around the country. So they're all different types of problems, and you're trying to figure out again, what problem can you solve? What do you have experience on? Like as a scout leader, I could actually package together quite a nice product that would tell anyone, here's how you arrange a scout pack and do a scout meeting, and here's maybe 200 different games you could play with the kids each night, and here's to arrange all that. But then the second question comes in is, well, is there really a market that I can actually go and make a business on? And I think selling, I might be wrong, but I would guess that selling things like scout packs is probably not a living earning thing for me to do, but it would be quite a cool thing to do as a freebie. And that's all you do. You just keep looking for problems. At the moment, I'm driving around looking for a parking spot. Yeah, how easy would it be? I'm sure there's people all around the world driving along like me looking for parking spots. And oh wow, is this a person about to pull out? Oh wow! Oh, what I was about to say is, how cool would it be if I just pressed a button and it told me, here's the parking spots right around? Because actually it's quite busy here. And oh, this is amazing. I've got a parking spot right in front. This is really cool. Just straighten up and pretend I can park properly. Yeah, I didn't do reverse parking only because that would be showing off. I don't want to show off in a podcast. How terrible would that be? But yeah, just everything you see that's a problem. Again, two things you need is ideally, it needs to be a problem that a group of people that you can identify with, ideally that you are part of, one, and two, it needs to be a problem that you can actually solve that will actually generate an income for you. And if you play that game every day, you'll come up with probably 100 or two problems that meet the first two criteria, but won't make an income for you. But I guarantee you, every week you'll actually nail something. You actually figure something and go, oh wow, there's something that I could actually do and I could actually solve the problem for. When you get them, write it down and get a journal, and the back page is just write them down. You never know. In 2 or 3 years' time, you might turn to this and go, I'm looking to start a business, or I've just made redundant, or I'm so bored of my job, what could I do? And you flick there and you go, and if you've got a big long list of stuff of problems that people just like you have that potentially they'd be willing to pay for, that is 50% of the way there to actually start your own business. And that's cool. Right, hope that helps. I'm going to get this all trimmed. Ooh, you probably won't even recognize me when all that is all trimmed off. So have a great weekend. I will really appreciate, as usual, you being here and actually listening to me, and I will talk to you shortly. See you then. Bye.